a planner. So how many of you out there are like planners? I've had my life plan since I was 16 type thing. I then, had to end up taking a semester off of school because I've been paying out of pocket my entire time. And I just didn't have the money to go. And that time gave me time to actually realize that I needed to roll with the punches. And that's when I actually changed into a double major. And so I've just now finished my accounting degree and I'm working on my MIS degree. And doing so, it made me realize that there's like so much more out there than just accounting. Like I've been planning on being an accountant for a very, very long time. But now the doors are even wider because you can go into so many other fields when you have more diversity in your degrees. And that I can't stress enough because I did an internship at Textron. And that semester, I realized I didn't want to work in aerospace at all. Didn't understand it, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it. But now I work at CCH, and like it's technology, it's dealing with people, it's having to know taxes enough to know what's going on in the returns. But it kind of mixes the things that I like. And I mean, you just have to find your niche, and it takes a while. By the time that I graduate from school with my bachelor's degrees, it'll be 6.5 years since when I started. So it's not going to go according to plan. But don't get depressed by that. Because there are times where I'm like, I have to change my major, or I have to change the time that I graduate, and then my husband goes, okay, we're just going to deal with it. You're going to be in school longer. That's fine. But it just kind of comes as it comes. But being in Beta Alpha Psi and learning all this and having presentations like this has opened the doors to so many worlds that you don't even realize right now. And I know that I see all the other firms over here nodding because they understand that there's so much more out there than what you think is there. You just have to explore it.
Okay, I have another question. This one's going to be a lot more open than just the professors and the gentlemen up here. This is going to be out to everybody, all the firms. Dr. Redding back there. I think you can skip this one. I think he can skip it because he's going to answer what I think he's going to answer anyways. I've been exposed to a lot of things in Beta Alpha Psi, and one of those things I was exposed to was with where Jerica and no, just at least Jerica. I think you were there at the meeting with me, where they had an individual come down from Kansas City, and he specializes in IT audit area of accounting, and he pretty much opened the door and said, "You need your MIS as well." What other areas should students specialize in? Not necessarily like accounting, MIS, finance, but should we like branch out into other areas with a combination of accounting, MIS, or finance? Anybody? No? God. I stumped them.
So you're asking
I'm
what other classes
I'm
would
asking
complement
from
and-
all the firms and the professors, like what areas?
I'll speak up on behalf of UI, I guess.
Cool.
So it's actually quite a big change we feel like is coming to the accounting world. Maybe not, next year necessarily, but in the next, 5 years or so, definitely going to be geared towards looking at other majors besides just the finance, accounting, and MIS, with data analytics and robotics and blockchain and all these other technology terms that keep coming around. I know our firm is definitely looking at potentially other majors, math, sciences, engineering, those types of majors may be coming into play as well in the future. So, kind of echoes what they said, be flexible, try things.
Guess that.
I'm with InfoSync Services, and we do corporate accounting.
Yeah, I understand.
Basically, paying invoices up to financial statements, but we have a real robust IT department, and we're finding with the technology advancements that it's a very good idea to get into information technology, MIS, to understand that piece of it, being accounting, because accounting is turning into that world. I brought Josh Bartell with me, he's our VP of Web Development in our IT department, and he can speak firsthand on it.
We hire a lot of IT professionals. We hire a lot of business analysts, type accounting people, that we're going to be doing IT work for accounting processes. So it's a really big, my degrees are all mechanical engineering, so I was not flexible. I had a plan. I went bachelor's and master's in mechanical engineering. Never once did engineering. I went straight into IT out of college, so I put myself through college. So programming and coding and hacking and just writing code. It never stopped. I'm still doing it. So I would say that, don't write your story too early. Be flexible. That's really, really, really important. I actually, having IT degrees, if you're strict CIS for me, it's a turnoff for me. So in our company anyway, we want somebody that has the ability to talk to a client. That's probably more important than anything. So when you interview with me, we talk about a lot of different things, not IT, and then I had to do a technical interview with somebody else. So it's more of a fit.
Yes.
I'm with BKD, and this might be going like back to the basics, but I think a couple communication courses can always help, because especially in like audit or tax, the more you climb the ladder, the more it's more communicating with clients through oral presentations or written proposals. And so maybe that's not something that, makes your resume stand out right away. I think it's really gonna come off when you're interacting and you're writing. And so that's, I think, a very valuable skill to have as well.
I
I
mean,
might echo on that because, again, those of you that have had me, how many hours do you need of communication for the exam? 11. To take the CPA exam in Kansas, you have to have 11 hours of communication. And, I used my accounting to go, I did work from home, I went into the banking side, and then I think, as everybody's saying, as you move up, communication, take the communication courses, because your ability to present, your ability to communicate, even in writing, in reading people, in being able to make a presentation to a client, communication is so important. And that 11 hours, I really encourage you to make use of. And if you're not going to take the CPA, which is fine, I still encourage you to take more communication, because you're going to learn that people, especially if you're talking to prospective clients, prospective customers, they don't talk in text language. It's not LOL, hi. OMG. So you don't want to do that. So the presentation skills are so important. So I say communication. My undergrad is psychology. I found accounting late in life and found I dearly loved it. But I even find that my psychology comes in handy, being able to work with people and listen in presentations and listen to what people are saying and key into things. So, any of those types of classes, but I really want to stress the communication side.
I mean, I know that all of our, the 3 degrees that we have, it's very well planned out on each class that you need to take and why you need to take it. And I know I'm probably going to hear some groans about this, but the DS 350 class, if you get past it, there's supply chain management, and there's all this other stuff in decision sciences that will work out really well, because just supply chain management, you can get a doctorate in this degree. It's so lucrative, and if you have it, you can just do basically anything, because all it does is it teaches critical thinking, and it shows you how to work through problems in a completely different way than what accountants or MIS people normally think of. And so, taking classes like that just make your head wrap around something different, that excites me, but I'm kind of a geek when it comes to classes, so I take as much as I want. But
Who took 350 already? DS, what did you think about it?
I think I should have took it in person opposed to online, that's for sure. I still did pretty decent in it, but it like Tiffany said, it definitely opens your mind to how to think. I mean, I've interned at both a public and a private firm, and from client to client, the process can be the same, but you're always going to have your differences, and being able to think openly can help you adjust to how that client does things opposed to what you're used to. And to echo on the communication thing, even being an intern, I've talked to multiple clients on the phone, through email, you need to know how to talk to people, for sure.
Do they even have this course anymore where you can get it? When I was younger, my father made me take Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it's old, but I would recommend something like that because my job is totally influential. I have no decision rights to tell our CEO to go do this or our CFO to go do this. I have to influence them on which way to go. And if you can learn the art of influencing, whether you're in finance or whether you're in MIS, you have a lot of quote-unquote power by doing that. And that's really what you want, is to be a trusted advisor and be able to influence, whether it's your manager or whether it's all the way up to the CFO, on what you're trying to accomplish. So those are really good communication tools if you can get them.
I need to take that class.
Sounds like personal selling. My next question could be for all 7 of the firms, and I'm sure I'm going to get a different take on it. But what does GPA mean to you, and what does it matter? What part of it matters to you? And not that you have to have a 3.5 or anything. What does it mean to you, and why does it matter?
I'll go from Keiko ISM. From what a lot of our superiors have talked about is, obviously it's important, they look at that, but a 4.0 student could have horrible communication skills, and when they come up to your table and they can't have a good conversation with you, your GPA really doesn't mean a lot, because especially in public accounting, a lot of it is, are you a good fit with the firm? Can you work with people? Can you run teams? So I think that, of course, it's important, but don't ride on the fact that, oh, I have a good GPA, I'm going to get a good job. Like, that's not enough. You have to have other things to play into that as well. So.
My name is Mandy from Grant. I would pretty much agree with that. We kind of look towards if somebody has a 4.0 and they're not very involved, it's hard to get a 4.0, but if you're not doing a lot of extracurricular activities, if you're not getting involved, it just doesn't mean as much as somebody that maybe has a 3.5 and they're, president of 8 Alpha Psi. They're, involved, they've done internships, they've, put themselves out there, so GPA isn't everything.